Here are the biggest movies releasing for the rest of the year. This week on August 14th, we have The End of Oak Street starring Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor, whose entire street is transported overnight to a place where dinosaurs still roam. On August 21st, we have the biopic of Anthony Bourdain called Tony, and the next installment in the Insidious franchise, Out of the Further. On August 28th, we have Ridley Scott's The Dog Stars, and after tons of production issues, we have Coyote vs. Acme releasing as well. On September 2nd, we have the sequel to Fall called Fall 2 Dead Point, and a few days later on September 4th, we have A24's horror action film, Onslaught, and By Any Means starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen and Mark Wahlberg. On September 9th, we have the Korean horror drama Hope, and a few days after that, on September 11th, we have a medieval epic called The Uprising, starring Andrew Garfield, and a very long-awaited sequel in Practical Magic 2, starring Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. September 18th brings us the Zach Cregger's horror film based on the beloved video game franchise Resident Evil. The week after that, on September 25th, we have Victorian Psycho starring Micah Monroe, Heart of the Beast starring Brad Pitt, and Primetime starring Robert Pattinson as he plays the very interesting character of Chris Hansen from To Catch a Predator. On October 2nd, we have the Oscar push for Tom Cruise in Digger. October 9th brings us the horror film Other Mommy starring Jessica Chastain, and the sequel to The Social Network, The Social Reckoning. Street Fighter blasts its way onto the screen on October 16th, and Clayface joins the DCU the week after on October 23rd alongside Taika Waititi's Clara and the Sun, and the next movie from Coraline creators Laika Studios, Wildwood. Lastly, in the month of October, we get the very strange romantic comedy called Wicker. The beginning of November comes crashing in with Godzilla Minus Zero on November 6th, and the return of Johnny Depp to the big screen in Ebenezer on November 13th. We also get the continuation of the Hunger Games franchise with Sunrise on the Reaping on November 20th, alongside Sylvester Stallone's biopic, I Play Rocky. Finally in November, we get the next film in the Fokker franchise featuring Ariana Grande, Fokker in Law, and the next animated movie from Disney, Hexed. The last big movies of 2026 are at the end of December, with the long-awaited Avengers Doomsday and Dune Part 3 both arriving on December 18th. And a week later, we see the arrival of Jumanji Open World and Robert Eggers' Werewolf. Those are the biggest movies still releasing this year. If I missed any, please make sure to leave it down in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to follow or subscribe for all your daily news entertainment content. I'm Jacob with ScreenWire. I'll see you in the next one.